John Marshall's non-starters being introduced at this point. And we apologize because some of the numbers that they gave us, we got the roster as they gave it to us, and some of the numbers don't match up, so we'll do our best.
It seems to be a recurring theme this year.
All right, so starting for John Marshall will be Raymont Lynch, number 0. He's a 6'1" senior who plays point guard. Also for John Marshall, looks like it's number 2. That's Elijah Seward, 6'1" senior. Also in the starting lineup, number 4, Jason Nelson, 6'1" junior. And joining him will be number 11, Dennis Parker, 6'6" freshman. And the man in the middle, 6'10" junior, Roosevelt Wheeler. That is the starting lineup for the John Marshall Justices. Tytrell White is the head coach of John Marshall. Now it's time for Gate City. Number 1, he is Bradley Dean for Gate City. Number 2 in the starting lineup once again will be Luke Reed. John Compton, senior, playing his last game for the Blue Devils here. Again, 5'10" senior is John Compton. Andrew Hensley, again, 6'3" forward. He is a senior as well for Gate City. And the man in the middle to start off will be number 22. That's John Sally, 6'4" senior.
The coach for Marshall had already gone back to the huddle before Sally got over to him. John ran up with his hand out to fist bump him, and nobody was there, so he just kind of saluted him.
He left him high and dry there, old John.
Left him hanging.
So John gets dissed.
John just went to attention and saluted. I loved it.
Here we go. Got, again,
Luke's fired up.
Luke says, I've got 5 fouls. I'm going to use them well. Gate City and John Marshall.
Reed just walked over in front of us and gave a big Ric Flair woo.
So it's going to be John Sally. He'll be jumping against Roosevelt Wheeler. Again, the boys 2A state championship on the line as Gate City will be going left to right on your radio dial. We are underway as John Marshall wins the tip. Bringing the ball up will be Jason Nelson for the Justices as they try to get the ball in, working the ball around, gets it up top to Nelson. Nelson off of the screen, being picked up by John Compton. Ball shots over in the corner, no good. Rebounded though by John Sally. Here comes Bradley Dean in the Gate City Blue Devils. Their first offensive possession. He's going to go, throws it across court to Hensley, gets it back over to Compton. Compton gets it back over to Reed. Reed at the right hand. He's going to go inside. His shot's up. Shot's good. Gate City leads 2-0.
Good start.
If you can get Luke Reed to scoring, things going to bode well for the Blue Devils as he worked the ball around, get it over to Elijah Seward. Gets it inside quickly. Shot's going to be up and no good. Rebounded though by, that's going to be number 0, Lynch. 2-2, Gate City and John Marshall. Hensley with the basketball. Get it across the timeline to Compton. Here comes Compton. Gets it to Dean. Dean going to pull from 3. Shots up, no good. Rebounded by Wheeler. Here comes John Marshall on the offensive attack. Gets it over to the corner. That's going to be to Parker. Shots up, no good. Rebounded inside by Hensley.
So far, Gate City going toe-to-toe with the big guys.
Here comes Bradley Dean, going to pull from Bradley Dean range. Shots up, no good. And ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to be John Marshall basketball. Dean 0 for 2 from three-point land to this point.
That one looked good. It just rimmed out.
6:30 left here, first quarter, 2-2. Gate City and John Marshall bringing the ball up again. Once again will be Seward trying to get it inside of the big man Wheeler. He's being taken by
Took
Sally.
3 steps also.
And he will be fouled, goes to the line.
I thought they were going to call travel on him.
They're going to get Sally with the foul.
He ran from almost a 3-point line to the lane. Sally picks up the first foul of the game.
That comes at 6:20 left. Shots up. Shots good.
I would like to see him run point at some time today.
It's kind of wild as you were talking about the footwear that you were attuned to in the girls' game. He's got on bright yellow neon. Looks like Parker has on light blue and the rest of the team has on orange. As he makes the second shot, 4-2, John Marshall.
At least they match.
Bringing the ball up. Gets it to Compton. Compton over to Hensley. Works the ball around. Dean again from 3. Shots up. Shots good. Blue Devils lead 5-4. Here comes John Marshall just as quick, though. They try to get it down. It's going to be Nelson with the basketball. Works it over to Seward. His shot's up. No good. And rebounded by Luke Reed of Gate City. Gets it to Dean. Here comes Bradley Dean and the Gate City Blue Devils. Gets it back. Great pass to Dean. Shots up. No good. And going on the floor. And it's going to be number 4, Nelson. They come out of the scrum with John Marshall with the basketball. Takes 2 steps and blocks. Denied access by Bradley Dean. Goes out of bounds.
Gay City doing a good job of getting back down the court right now. I think they've kind of caught Marshall by surprise. I don't believe they were anticipating that quickness.
Again, you got to wonder. This is a frenetic pace right now as ball's knocked away. Gate City with the basketball once again. Here comes the Blue Devils. Dean with the basketball. He gets it to Compton. Compton's going to pull from an NBA 3. His shot's no good. Rebounded by John Marshall. Here come the Justices on a 1-on-3. Shots up, no good. And over the back. That's going to be number 2, Elijah Seward. And the first foul for John Marshall. Checking into the ballgame will be David George as well as Eli Starnes for Gate City. 5:23 left. Gate City leads 5-4. Coming out will be John Compton with the basketball. Brings it across the timeline. He'll be picked up by Jason Nelson. Drives to the right-hand side, does Compton. Looks back upside, gets out to George. George to Dean. Dean going to pull from 3. Shots up. Shots good. Gate City bombing away from three-point land, and they've doubled up John Marshall. It's 8-4. Here comes Jason Nelson and the Justices as he's going to try to look for a 3. He's going to go inside, kicks over to the corner. That went to Lynch, works the ball around, gets it back up to Parker. Parker shot's no good. Rebounded by Dean. Here comes Bradley Dean and the Blue Devils as he's got a step. Gets inside, shots up, shot's good. Goes straight at the big man, and Dean has given Gate City a 10-4 lead. Here comes John Marshall now back on the offensive attack. Slows it up for just a second as they try to work it around. Looking to try to get the ball inside as they've got it to Jason Nelson at the top of the key. Nelson with the basketball as he's got it with Compton there and works the ball over. Gets it over to Lynch. Lynch gets it over in the corner. Shots up, shots good. That's going to go to Seward. And there's going to be a quick timeout.
Gay City fans on their feet. Little bit of shock from the Marshall crowd and the Marshall players. You can see it in their eyes. They were not ready for this.
30-second timeout, so they're going to catch their breath. Gate City with an early 10-7 lead. 4:10 left. Chris, they've done a great job of fronting Wheeler, not allowing him to get comfortable inside there. I think he's got, 2? Is that right?
They're both free throws.
So a good job again. Coach Vermillion with a good plan. He's going to rotate those big guys, and Sally and George and Hensley actually guarded him one time to try to deny him the basketball.
Well, Marshall seems like they're rushing. Their shots are not squaring up. Maybe a little bit of almost panic on their part right now. Gay City needs to take advantage of this because I have a feeling Marshall's going to settle down and get into a groove. So Gay City needs to strike while the iron's hot.
Well, and you talk about, John Marshall's probably read the papers. Everybody talked about that they're such an overwhelming favorite here, and they come in the first 4 minutes, and Gate City has the lead. Compton with the basketball now as they try to work it across half court, and they do. Compton with the basketball gets it to Dean. Dean with the basketball as looks like they're going to get 2 people on him now from here on out as Eli Starnes gets it to Reed, gets it over to George. Great save. Gets it to Compton. Compton from the free throw line. Shots up. Shots good. 12-7 Gate City. Here comes John Marshall back just as quick. You get the ball down. They got it to Seward. Over here in the corner to Nelson. They get it inside of the big man as he goes up, and he will draw the foul. Let's see who they get that on. They're going to get that one on George. And that will be his
That's first foul for George. Only the second for Gate City.
They both come on Wheeler, who is 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Well, Gate City's going to have a hard time stopping him. He's right underneath the basket. I've got a feeling he shoots a lot of free throws each game.
Shots up, shots good. Gate City still leads 12-8, 3:35 left. You got to be happy for Gate City at this point with the effort and with, again, the scoreboard. You're in the lead right now. Wheeler's second shot's up and good. He's 4 for 4. And Gate City leads by 3. Bringing the ball up will be Eli Starnes. Gets it to Bradley Dean. Dean gets it across court to Compton. Gets it back to Eli as they try to work it across that John Marshall had a little bit of light pressure there as they broke it. And Dean's going to go a little bit of floater in the lane. Shots up, no good. And going to be stolen back quickly by Dean as John Marshall had secured the rebound, but they didn't find Dean, and he stole the ball. Gate City now with the ball again, down or up by 3 as they get it inside to Reed. Reed got it stolen away from John Marshall. Here comes as they got a double dribble.
Gate City tried to bounce pass inside to Reed, and Marshall just stepped. That was Reginald Robinson just stepped in front of it, took it away. But then I guess he was still thinking about that interception because he double dribbled. So Gate City has the ball back.
12-9. Gate City leads. 3 minutes left here, first quarter. Gets the ball to Dean. Dean up to Hensley. Hensley now has got a step, goes inside, kicks it back out to Reed. Reed going to go baseline. His shot's up, no good, and it will be rebounded by Parker. And there will be are they going to get Reed with the foul?
I think so.
Yep.
Parker came down with it. Reed was behind him, and classic case of trying to knock it loose and got a little more skin than ball there.
As Matthew Ghost checks in as well as Eli Starnes back, gives Reed and Dean a rest with 2:45 left. Gate City still leads 12-9. Bringing the ball up will be Jason Nelson once again. Marshall has not went to the bench as of yet. It's been these 5 for the whole game. 3-point shots up and no good. Rebounded by Eli Starnes. Bringing the ball up. He's got it and gets it across the timeline. Gets it to Compton. Compton's going to go baseline. Got trapped right there, looking for a little help. Gets it to Eli Starnes. Starnes, he's going to drive inside. Thinks better of it. Gets back out to Hensley. As Wheeler inside again, shot blocking presence that he is, forcing Gate City to take those outside shots. Eli, though, gets a quick step, goes inside, shots up, shots good. Put him on the line and give him the foul. Great play by Eli Starnes. That foul goes on Dennis Parker. Chris, that may be a play of the night kind of move right there. Starnes really was impressive when he went inside.
Yeah, that's the moves we hadn't seen from Eli much this year. Went up, kind of did a little spin move, laid it in, drew the foul.
Body control, he took the contact and made the shot. Gate City leads 14-9. As there was a lane violation by Gate City. So Eli didn't even get to shoot the shot. 14-9, 2:05 left. The Justices bring the ball over the timeline. As, again, it is Jason Nelson. He's going to go inside, try to kicks it over in the corner, shots up, and they're going to say that Hensley.
Yeah, I was watching. Hensley made contact with his whole left-hand side after he shot.
Officially, it was all ball. You had a better angle.
Sorry, Andrew. No,
I had the referee in my way.
Hensley jumped up, tried to block shot, came down on his shoulder.
Shots up, shots good. Again, Elijah Seward, goes to the line for John Marshall. Gate City leads 14-10.
Wonder if Seward's related to Secretary of State Seward with the purchase of Alaska.
Not only is their calls fun, but they're educational.
Yes. Well, I don't know that for a fact. I'm just wondering, speculating.
So Luke Reed checks in for Ghosts. Got Dean, Starnes, Reed, Sally, and Compton. That's the 5 on the floor for Gate City. As he makes all 3, and it's 14-12, Gate City leads. They've led throughout. Gets it down, and saved by Eli Starnes. Gets it inside to Compton. Compton, he felt Wheeler behind. He thought better.
Compton was wanting to drive in, and he sensed the presence.
He was right behind him, ready to swat it, so he kicked it back out. Got it to Dean. Dean, he's going to drive inside. His shot's up. Shot's good. 16-12, Gate City leads.
So far, this game's unfolding like I thought. That both teams are just throwing